Hey, what's up? This is Mikey for Electrek, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Dash. It's an electric folding bike from Evelo with some pretty cool features. This electric bike has all the right gear that comes together to make a very light, smooth, high-quality folding electric bike. The Dash is equipped to provide a quality commuter or traveling experience with some understandable drawbacks. Compared to a lot of folders, the Dash is a little pricey, but for the buyer who plans on spending more time with the bike, the expense really does pay off. The first thing you'll notice when riding the Dash is the buttery smooth Gates belt drive. Instead of a chain, the Dash is using a Gates carbon belt drive that requires far less maintenance than a chain and makes the pedaling more smooth and luxuriant. Another great benefit of the belt is that it is much cleaner than a chain drive, making it easier to pack the folder in a trunk, a closet, or compartment without worrying about things getting all greased up. The belt drive lines up with the rear hub in the center of the back wheel that internally contains 5 gears. With the grip shifter up on the handlebars, the Sturmey Archer 5-speed makes for a really slim package overall. Now these are really good for regular use, but also admittedly for intermittent use because they require a lot less tuning over time. Now the next big selling point of the Dash is the mid-drive motor, but at the same time this is where we see Evelo make some tough choices when honing in on the right customer. The Dash is rocking a 350 watt motor with a 36 volt 10.5 amp hour battery. Now the smoothness of the torque sensing motor combined with the belt drive is really top tier. It makes for seamless acceleration and predictable power delivery. However, there is a trade-off with weight savings versus sheer power. The Dash weighs in at 48.5 pounds total, which is still manageable when folding up and storing away. Although the Dash is on the lighter side of most fat tire folding bikes, it's also not the strongest workhorse on the market. Evelo optimistically states that the Dash could see up to 40 miles of range, which is certainly possible. On the other end of that, if I were riding the bike myself, no pedaling at all, just full blast, I might see somewhere around 15 to 20 miles of range using all electric. But the bike has some other quality of life improvements that are present, such as the full coverage fenders, integrated front and rear lights, and a rear cargo rack that is slim but straight to the point. Now the unsung hero of this build is actually the sleek, balanced frame that combines with a low center of gravity. The Dash rolls on 20-inch tires, which make the bike ride super nimble and precise. The 2.4-inch wideness of the tires provide a touch of comfort, not too much, and the handling and performance is really good. The navy blue frame houses the centrally mounted battery, making for a balanced and sleek looking ride. But on the downside, that battery is pretty snug in there. The locking mechanism takes a bit of getting used to. And one last favorite point of mine is actually the 160mm dual piston hydraulic disc brakes. More often than anyone wants to admit, other bike companies cheap out when it comes to the brakes, but not Evelo. 10 points. Now, one thing I missed while riding the Dash was any semblance of suspension. The Dash has a solid frame, a solid fork, and a little bit of air volume in the tires, and the result is steering that cuts like a knife, but also gives an intimate knowledge of all the bumps in the road. There are steps that can be made to mitigate a rough ride, such as a suspension seat post and a softer saddle, but it won't transform this into a recliner on wheels. I mean, just saying. It appears that Evelo set out to make a higher-end folding electric bike that wasn't too crazy on price, and I think they hit the mark. The Dash pedals and powers smoother than most folders on the market. It's classy, clean, and carries a great fit and finish in a segment that is often overlooked. Many folding electric bikes out there are loaded with fat tires, huge battery, high top speed, and edge-of-your-seat experience. But the Dash, on the other hand, is a lot more tame, and personally I like it that way. Now, for an MSRP of $2,899, you have a lot of options opening up for a folding bike, but few of them will have the smooth blend of practical upgrades that the Dash does, which is tailored by Evelo. So what do you guys think of the Dash? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm Mikey for Electrek, and I will see you on the later.